darkness of a communication, a lack of being able to communicate with each other. AI not being able to communicate with its humans. It's just going to shut down. Poof. So prepare yourself. My father says, remember, Passover is a calculation within the numbers that Father has put in motion. The Illuminati and the kings of the earth have their own numbers, trying to calculate with the great calculators, trying to predict future events and be ahead of them, but they can't do it. My father says to you all, your calculations are misplaced. You will not reach your goal. It is an impossibility because your calculations, if you hit a ball and that ball comes back, is a calculation. Everything's a precise calculation. Whatever force you put into hitting that ball is the force equal an opposite reaction force. And my father says the force that you put into action will have an equal and opposite reaction the opposite way. And now that's happening. And now you are going to suffer what happened, what you caused with Yeshua, the killing of Yeshua, the firstborn. It goes back in the story of Egypt, where your firstborn in Egypt were killed, but you killed our father's firstborn, Yeshua, and the same pattern has arrived again. The darkness, the opening of the Red Sea is happening, a crossing over from fiat currency, a digital currency, over to a real into the promised land after that. What is real? Our Father created. It's His. It belongs to Him. If He created, it's His. And if we have it, then we are blessed. But He wants us to have the blessing so that we can bring in justice, our Father's system of justice and peace and love. And that's what is in my heart to bring to you, so that you can be uplifted in these last days, where there's going to be a transfer of wealth over to you. And that's when the blessings start. I am in a position at the moment to tell you that the plans for the future are so great. Father doesn't do anything before, you know what I mean? Everything's, and we're going to enjoy the process. The 144,000 are here, and we'll be the ones who will be left over on the earth, not being raptured out of here and come back. If you get raptured out of here, and you'll have to wait. You'll not be privileged to be here to put this earth right. You'll have to come through the channel again, I'm afraid. And what is the channel? If you get raptured out, the channel is coming through the DNA code again to be human. You don't come in here as some sort of Superman or woman. Now, you'd have to come back through the DNA like you came before. You came at this time and you grew up. You'd have to go back into spirit when Father decides that you can come back. Then you'd be brought into the family line of Adam again through one of your generations, all the families of the earth, whether it's black, white, yellow, red, we're all the human race with great variety. Every one of us equal. But when we say equal, we are equal. Everyone can reach a higher degree, nevertheless. So you have humans who are monkey-like. Monkey-like. I didn't do that, I went like that. Monkey-like in mind. And there's a Hebrew word for that. If you want to go to cough, you know, it's like a monkey mind. It's joining with the Hebrew alphabet. And we don't want a monkey mind. We are upgrading, knowing who we are. We are spirits from above, entering into this dimension through the DNA code of Adam and Eve, which makes us like Adam, made in the image of our Father. And that's what we are, if we are truly human. So I'm sorry I had to go through this very disturbing mass murders that go on. And if you feel, if let's say that you have had, let's say something happened in your life, you cannot go to the temple and offer a little lamb. So all you can do now is, you would never do that again. And also, what else would you do? You may even become a person who stands up for the unborn children, for the future. As an example of how you felt, this is what you're going to go through. When you know what this is, it's a murder. When you can reveal that to them, that you didn't know, now you're saying sorry. And you can get relief to the unborn child. And you're saying sorry, really. You'll never do that again. Ever. So this is how Father releases us from these, Yeshua. He died on, that date. Nisan the 14th, 15th. This is, and blood was poured out. A little bird, a little lamb was killed for no reason. And my Father was hoping the whole world would feel sorry for what they fucking did to his son, who did fuck all wrong. Just like that little bird. But fuck all wrong. And you scribes and your Pharisees and your fucking hierarchy, you still, to this fucking day, deny what you as a nation did to my father's beautiful son. You feel no guilt at all. But some of them do. Some of my Jewish brothers, they do. I'm talking to those who don't. You keep fighting, Father, and then you'll even deny the shroud of Turin. Father didn't leave him in Hades, did he? In the grave? Because that's what Hades was, just a grave, isn't it? He didn't leave him in the tomb to rot away. No. And the image is on the shroud. Don't fucking deny it. Unless you want to sin against the Holy Spirit. Because that's what you'll be doing. To deny the shroud of Turin. But you'll get round the way. You'll pull the bits, all this, that, and then you'll search the scriptures, the Greek scriptures, the Hebrew scriptures, to find, to pull the Christians down, and the Christians to pull the Jews down, and it's just crazy. You just don't vibrate. You don't. You're a high intelligent monkey mind. High intelligent monkey mind who knows all the scriptures, knows all the fucking Torah. Yeah? Tanakh. Whatever. That's why Yeshua deliberately chose to expose you, just like today. He would deliberately do a miracle on the Sabbath, on Shabbat. Yeah? Deliberately. Because he knew your heart condition. That's all I've got to say for it. I don't want to see anymore. Oh, talk about something precious. Yeah, can I show you something? Oops. Let me show you something. I'll show you this. Let's have a look. See if you can see that. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Yeah. And my mother. That's my mother. Yeah. And that's my father when he was on the earth. Oh yes. Oh, keep me there. With each medal. Yeah. I'll put you back with you. Oh, yes. Oh. What was showing you that? Anything precious, you always do that, don't you? My father says this. All of his sons and daughters are so precious. So precious. This is what he does. Yeah? But he gives you freedom. But now's the time when the great transfer will take place. You're precious in my Father's eyes, so precious. He wants to bless you now. Just a little way to go. That's all. Just a little way. And we're nearly there. All I'm going to say to you is this. I do not give times, dates. Passover, right, is a very important date. On Passover, you should see, for those in Tarot, a full moon. A full moon. It's got to be a full moon. The full moon is the timing, yeah, of the date. You'll notice the exact time when Yeshua celebrated the Passover. It was exactly that, yeah. When the moon was full, and then the events of the little lamb would unfold after that. Okay. Now that might have been a religious education. Remember, when I bring something here, I have got no religion. I'm not attached to any religion. Yes, I am I have Jewish blood. That is true. My ancestry is of that. But that doesn't make me Jewish. I am not. I would not label myself any religion. I am not circumcised. Therefore, I'm not in any covenant. That's done away with. My covenant is a new kingdom. The new kingdom that was promised 2,000 years ago is the covenant kingdom that is to come. It's a natural thing. And Yeshua's going to bring in peace. And all these hospitals that are killing, slaughtering, slaughterhouses, let's call them slaughterhouses. Let's call these doctors slaughtermen, murderers, butchers. Let's not call them doctors. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, you know about that, don't you? You doctors who were like that, who harvest parts for stem cells, babies. What do you do when you cut those babies up with the parts? What do you do with them? Huh? Yes. You use all the parts, don't you? You don't waste it. You harvest it. They just harvest them like butchers. Stem cells from babies. You disgusting people. No guilt. No guilt as you cutting up a fucking child, butchering it. There's no consciousness. Hippocratic oath. Shoved up your fucking arse because you don't even listen to what you were supposed to be doing. Oath. No fucking oath. That's a load of fucking shit. And I'm going to leave it at that. Father, may those who kill the unborn child, let them be removed from this earth. Those who are for life, bless you. My Father will bless you. You may have a child within you that you do not want because of what's going to happen, this, that and the other. Let me tell you this. My Father will help you through that. Do not listen to the evil bastards who say this will make your life simple if you get rid of this child. Father wants you to trust him. And if that child gets abandoned by its father, Father will deal with that. Remember the conscience. And those who have no conscience, who do not feel anything at all, they will be revealed as weeds amongst the wheat, and they will be uprooted and removed forever, never to come back into the gene pool ever again. Once they're gone, if they're raptured, and they never come back. They never go back to spirit. The spirit dies, the flesh dies. They are completely dead. Right? Because it's up to Father whether he brings back that spirit. It may be in Father's logbook, memory. It is up to him. He is the life giver, whether he wants to bring that back. If he chooses not to, if that is dead forever, that is dead forever. And that spirit will never be put back into the human gene pool ever again. Ever again. So be careful. Because some who are going to lose their lives, they're not coming back. They're not going to come back into the gene pool. They're gone forever. Some who die and get raptured, yes, they will. Because they believed in the blood of Yeshua, the Lamb, the sacrificial Lamb, that bought you out of the fucking prison. You were in the prison, and there was a fucking bail had to be given to get you out, and Yeshua was the bail money to get you out of that fucking prison. That's what it's all about. Get what I'm fucking saying about this exchange. You've got to pay the fucking bail money to get you out, but you're still not cleared, but you will be cleared, yeah, because the judgment has arrived. The judgment has arrived. Okay. Father, that was a bit heavy. I knew it was going to be a bit heavy at the end. But, these things have to be said. I'm sorry to say. So I hope you enjoyed this. You may have enjoyed it a little bit at the beginning. I don't know. And if you've called in, remember that frequency of love. That frequency of love. Mine is now turned from killing the bird to loving the birds. And our mistakes can turn out good. We'll never do it again. And that's why Father allows it to happen sometimes. There's much more to be said. There was so much to be said today, and I can go on and on and on and on and on. Because I've been for a walk and there's so much came in. I thought, well, how can I bring this in? How can I bring that in? What can I do? And there's still so much more. But I'm going to leave it there on a good note this time. And hopefully, you know, you'll call in again. And next time, I'm sure it's going to be a good one. Yeah. Passover, remember. You don't have to be Jewish. No. But just remember what the story was about. It was about a release. It was about giving something up. The blood put on there, the little lamb that was sacrificed. Something had to go. There's a sacrifice. And with a sacrifice, there can be a brand new start. Yeah. And maybe the new start to the whole of this system that we're living on is about to start. The new versus the old. The real versus the fake. Which one wins? Obviously, the fucking real wins. So if people don't get it yet, that you should be getting into gold and silver, if you can, because that's going to be the exchange for some time. And believe it or not, there's a lot of brothers and sisters who are like bankers, who've got all cash, they've drawn cash out of the banks. I'm not telling them to do it, but they just did it. They just think, no, they've drawn all the cash out of the banks in the form of metal, copper, and not so much plastic and paper, but the real assets, and they've got a lot. It's got like a lot of coins, They're collecting all the coins, not so much the plastic. And when this transfer of wealth happens, those who've got cash, they'll keep this economy going in the real, because the digital will not work. So if it will not work, and you go to your bank and you try and pay this for that, and you've got nothing, there's no exchanges, it's all in dark, what are you going to do? Well, if you've got cash, just recently, there's a big supermarket around here, they stopped accepting they couldn't get, people's cards wouldn't work. It was a big supermarket. I says, what's the matter? Why is there so many queues now? Oh, she says, I'm out to tell everybody to put their cards away, and if you haven't got cash, just get yourself away and put the stuff back. Because if you didn't have cash, you couldn't pay for it. Because the cards just wouldn't fucking work. It's already happening. I'm not telling you what to do, but a lot of the 144,000 are like little banks. They've drawn all the cash out of the banks. And some have actually converted their digits into real assets, like gold and silver. Good for them, if they can do it. If you can't do that, get the cash, get as much cash as you can. Yeah. If cash comes into your hand, don't let it back into the system. Save it for a rainy day, because you can then come in when the whole fucking system crashes. You've got the cash. You'll be like a little economy. People are depending on you. Yeah. But you can't do that with the bank card, because everybody's bank card might not work. Everything might just. Remember, there was a darkness. The darkness came, and I'm afraid the pattern has been set in the past with Egypt, with Yeshua, and now today it's the same. Joseph as well, Joseph in Egypt. So let me just leave it at that. Because you see, I was going to just stop there, and I thought of a thought, and just carried on, and that's what's going to happen. So I don't know how long I've been on. Might be on quite some time. So I've got to go. Thanks for calling in. And may our Father look my hair. I know. I'm trying to think of what it looks like. But it's still going up whether it looks like. If I look like a clown, I don't fucking care. As long as I get this important message over. And there's always somebody who calls you that gives us a line. I don't know who it is. I still to this day don't know who it is. I keep guessing. Is it this person or is it that person? No. I just don't know who it is. But thanks so much anyway. You are one of those who sure